Well, what is up, everyone, and welcome to the newest stream game that we're going to be streaming. We're going to be playing Expeditions Rome, a brand new game in the Expedition series that came out a little over 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours, as I was meant to start streaming about an hour and a half ago, but I had a good nap, so yeah. Nap was pretty damn good. But anyway, we're going to be playing Expedition Rome. Like I said, it's a game in the Expedition series by THQ Nordic, and that's the publisher. The developer is, when I go to the store page to find out, is Logic Artists. So it's a game by Logic Artists and THQ Nordic, but it's basically a game where you are in control of a certain period of history's it's kind of like an alternate history, kind of like you get set on a journey of some sort. Am I alive? That's rare. That's fair. It's very rare indeed, Bob. But yeah, so the point of this game is kind of like a real-time strategy RPG not city controller, but like almost nation controller. In this, in the first game, you control the exploring conquistador, retinue, and stuff like that. In the second game, you're a Viking it's not one of those clusterfuck games, actually, Bob. You'd think it's not. It is not a clusterfuck game at all. That's one of the few things this game, the Expedition series, do well, is they merge a couple of things together seamlessly. I don't actually think the Expedition games they merge. So anyway, I'll finish what I was saying and then I'll get to it. But the Expedition Vikings you play as like the first Vikings to kind of sail across and burn down the English coast and kind of form like an invasion force and do stuff like that. And this game is more similar to the second than what I remember of it, Conquistador. But the game basically merges real-time map movement, real-time exploration of cities, apart from in combat, where combat is a basically an RTS like game, but you have obviously RPG elements. We have classes and stuff like that as well. So there is multiple elements, but they are all pretty seamlessly, in my opinion, at the very least, seamlessly put together, and they all seamlessly interact with one another. I do apologize about the loud bottle opening there. But yeah, if you guys don't believe, if you guys seem interested by just whatever you see in today's stream, there is a demo. Do not hesitate to go grab yourself the demo. It is a demo that is essentially the first 3 or 4 hours of content. And I played the demo for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I kind of just went through it. I didn't stop. I just continued playing it. So we're going to be getting through that today as well. We're going to be continuing as probably for a few hours. Pretty much until I feel 10 times worse. What? You don't care about the sound? What do you mean you don't care about the sound? Oh, by the ball. Sorry. Yeah, my brain fucked up there. Anyway, we're going to be getting into the game, so let's do it.
In the year of Lucius Licinius Lucullus, Rome was prosecuting several wars of self-defense, most notably in Greece, where Lucullus himself was commanding the legions. With everyone's gaze directed at the provinces, few could have known that a seemingly inauspicious event in Rome would become the central fulcrum around which the fate of the Republic would turn. The paterfamilias of a venerable patrician house had passed away unexpectedly, and a senator by the name of Vitellius Scaevola had made a bid for the hand of his eldest child. His widow alone believed that Scaevola had poisoned her husband, and now strove to take his place and claim his property through marriage. Acting in secret, the widow arranged for her youngest child to be taken out of their villa in the dead of night and smuggled out of Rome.
Okay, so let's get our character made. Now, we're going to be playing as a male. There is an option to play as a female. You do As far as I know, there is a few disadvantages offered in the game for playing as a female to try and give a little bit more of a authentic experience, but this is labeled as a historical fantasy game, not a historical what's the called game, not a historical accurate game. So before people get annoyed at that, this is more of a fantasy game. But we're gonna be playing as male. We're gonna be playing as, let me get my token. So there is quite a lot of tokens, as you can see. Ooh, I like that. You know what? The token I was going to go with is that one. We're going to go with this one. That looks a lot more up my alley. So you get a family name, a first name, and a nickname. And I believe... It does not tell you why. Oh, okay. It doesn't actually tell you what each of them do anymore. But essentially, your first name... Your nickname is the last name, so like Kaiser and stuff like that. So that's the name that is, I believe... I can't remember... I don't exactly remember why they're given these names. I know the family name is the name you are... Is obviously your family name, and we're going to be Aquillius. The first name is the name you are given... Is like the name you're given at birth. Let's go with... I liked Marcus. Yeah, we're gonna go with Marcus. Let's see if I can refine Marcus because I don't want to type it in. Oh, could have gone Lucius. That was Lucius. Sorry, not Tullius, Pristimus, Polius. We'll go Lucius. And the nickname is essentially, as far as I know, it's literally considered a nickname. It's what most people will refer to you as. And I do know what nickname I want. I've just got to, you know, hope it turns up quickly because I can't actually spell it. Because this game does a lot of good things, like a lot of things right when it comes to the naming conventions and stuff like that, and how the names are spelled. So, given my ability to spell correctly, let's just make sure I click it. And oh, definitely not wanting to give me the name I want. We could have had Scipio. Lepidus, Licinius, Elias. Don't want any of those. Come on, give me one name I want. Okay, game, I see what you're doing, and I don't like it. Rude. Stop being rude, game. And I think I just clicked past it because I'm an absolute tool. Okay, so as you can see, there is a decent amount of nicknames, which is on point. I'm definitely not getting annoyed at this game already just because of this. Sorry, at this point, I'm actually considering just taking Scipio. There we go, Severus. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's look at the character's face. Yeah, face one I'll do. So you can be a darker skinned Roman, which again makes, I mean, there were around this period, there were some dark skinned citizens at this point, so makes complete sense. Get ourselves pale though. We could have long hair, but we're Roman. Short hair makes sense. Don't know why we can have red hair, but okay. My god, you could be midget. No, we're going to be tall. And that makes the most sense. There we go. Lucius Aquillius Severus. And it's going to be our boy. Now, got a rhetoric style. So each of these perks unlock unique dialogue options to persuade other people in different situations. Think about what kind of character you want to roleplay and choose your rhetorical style accordingly. During the story, you may get a chance to master a second technique. So, we've got Ethos, the art of using power of your authority or your abilities to get your way. Logos, the art of convincing someone with logical arguments and reasoning. And Pathos, the art of winning people over using stirring rhetoric or emotional manipulation. I went Ethos in my first character playthrough, but I'm going to go Pathos this time. as it's just a bit different, and it's kind of like the opposite end of the scale from like using force. But we'll see what else we can get during the campaign. Now, we are going to be playing on normal because I remember Expedition Vikings when that came out, and that game, well, very good. Oh, did I get angry at that game very easily. I'm a very different person than I was then, but still. We're going to be playing on normal for now, and if I ever play this again, which I should do, we'll go on. We'll start ramping up the difficulty, but you've got Augustus, which is easy. So the heir of Kaiser became the first emperor of Rome. Augustus started his career with an enormous fortune and many allies. On this setting, you'll have what you need to succeed, and your mistakes will not be punished harshly. For Kaiser, a legendary general and politician, Kaiser conquered Gaul and nearly became the emperor of Rome before his political opponents assassinated him. If you chose this setting, you will be challenged, but you are likely to rise to greatness. Then got Pompeius. Considered one of the greatest commanders of his time, Pompeius was a friend of Kaiser who opposed him in a bloody civil war. Kaiser defeated him and he fled to Egypt where he was killed. On this setting, your difficulties will be great, but your victories all the sweeter. And Crassus. Though he was the wealthiest man in Rome, Crassus was always jealous of the military success of his peers. This drove him to lead an invasion of Parthia, where he was soundly defeated and executed. If you chose a certain, you'll be shown no mercy, and you may not prevail. We'll stick with normal.
Did you hear me, Domine? Your body is surely present, but your mind seems somewhere else.
I'm sorry, old friend. I guess I'm still thinking about what happened.
Our departure was very sudden, I know. But do not dwell on the past. Better to focus on what's coming at you. I asked the Triarchus how close we are to Lesbos, but he would not give me a straight answer.
He still just claims we are close to our destination?
Indeed. In his defense, there are many islands on this sea, and they mostly look the same. Will you check with the Triarchus? Hopefully he will give you a clearer answer. He told me his name is Geminus.
You just need to use a little more charm. Make him like you. I'll see if I can tease some information out of him.
You do have a way of speaking to people's emotions. I'm sure he'll be more helpful to you. You should also go and thank Quintus Aquillius. I do believe he saved our lives with his timely appearance at the villa.
There are so few passages on this galley.
Your mother paid Geminus handsomely to set off in great haste under cover of night. 2 others did board with us, also bound for Lesbos. Young Gaius has been pacing impatiently over there, wearing grooves into the deck. There was a gladiator too, but I don't know where he went.
We left so quickly, my mother and sister.
Do not worry. The Vitellius brothers have no reason to do them any harm. Besides, you cannot save them by worrying. Focus on the task ahead.
Thank you for coming with me, Cineros.
Thank you for bringing me along. It will be wonderful to see my homeland again.
Let's see if Geminus knows where we are. So the quest markers lead you to all your goals. Goals can be shown down there. Go like up, and I already know all this. So let's don't worry. I'm just gonna quickly
You found your silex quickly, Domine.
Alright. Let's talk to people.
You handle the sea better than most.
You alright, Jamie? Thank you for the hydrate posture check. And stretched, Bob. We were never formally introduced in Centurio. I am Lucius Aquillius Severus.
You are not my subordinate. Please, call me Kaiser, if it isn't too familiar.
Not Aquilinus?
My subordinates call me Centurio. My superiors call me Aquilinus. My
Aquilinus.
friends call me Kaiser.
And you may call me Severus.
With all due respect, I'd better not.
How was your back fucked up, Jamie? And can we go over the plan? Our departure was far too hasty to discuss our course of action.
Ah, she did not keep you apprised. Your mother has secretly been making arrangements with the consul. You are to join his command staff as tribunus.
And what are the duties of tribunus?
You will have very little responsibility. The tribunus of a legio assists the legatus while they learn how to command a military organization. You will not see combat, nor will you make any important decisions. You'll be safe, as your mother wanted.
If I'm gonna follow the Legion around, I might as well make myself useful.
I'm sure the consul will find use for you. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders. You'll get the hang of things quickly. One word of advice. I know Lucullus is a friend of your family, but remember, he is the consul, elected by the people to rule all of Rome. It's best if you don't act too familiar with him in front of his men.
What is your relationship with Lucullus?
For many years I was the primus pellis of Legio Prima Italica, which he commands. He needed someone he could trust to get you out of Rome and keep you safe.
Will you be returning to your position when we reach Lesbos?
That position has already been filled by one of my centuriones. A good man, easily up to the task. My job now is to watch your back and help you settle into your new life.
I'm honored to have you with me.
Happy to be at your service.
Have you talked to any of the other passengers?
I had a brief talk with that gladiator who boarded before us, just to make sure he won't give us any trouble. He seems to have vanished, though. The young man over there, Gaius, is apparently the nephew of the other consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta. He's here to become a tribunus as well. You should talk to him if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll have much in common.
I should talk to the Triarchus. But first, we will talk to Gaius.
I heard he's the
Salve.
senator who wants him.
Salve. I don't believe we've been properly introduced. My name is Lucius Aquillius Severus.
It is a pleasure. I am Gaius Julius Caesar.
Well, Mess, this is all quite new to me. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all. But keep in mind, I'm not the most experienced soldier either.
Where are you from?
I was born in Rome, but they say my family is from Alba Longa.
Why did you join the Legion?
That's a long story, my friend. Suffice to say, the powers that be are not fond of me. I have decided that staying in Rome could be, shall we say, hazardous to my health.
How many wars did you fight in?
To be honest, this will be my first proper battle. I did study a lot, though, and therefore I am well versed in matters of strategy and tactics.
This is my first military assignment. Do you have any advice?
If you don't play an important part, you will be torn apart. My father used to say. I guess that was his way of telling me to be brave and hopefully not stupid.
Well, Gaius? We should talk later. Never heard that, never seen that word before, but I'm sure I'll figure out how to say it eventually. Let us go talk to the Triarchus, Geminus.
What is he looking for? He's been like this all morning.
Salve. Geminus, wasn't it?
What? Yes, Geminus. Salve. I'm a little preoccupied.
Very fine galley you have here. It was almost sad to be step off it when we reach Lesbos. Do you have our destination in sight?
Ah, thank you. I work hard to keep her in good condition. We should be at our destination just after midday, so please enjoy the rest of your journey. Wait.
You finally see Lesbos on the horizon?
Oh, shit. They're headed straight towards us. They're gonna ram.
Get your father's weapons. Let's see if you can actually fight.